Hello! Hi! It's Saturday! 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 Which means it's time for more comics. Let me check something real quick before we get started. I'm checking my... Let's see. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. We will see. We will see. I was basically checking if I had all of my comics ready. And today, since we cut off earlier last week, I was thinking maybe I could read a few more comics. It probably won't be too many. Oh, what is this? Jacob Foster, thank you for the donation. Here's a hug for you because I love you. Thank you. Appreciated. Okay, so we're reading Knuckles number 9. We're starting with Knuckles number 9. Number 9. We're starting with Knuckles number 9 tonight because I was supposed to read this last week, but then I got really sick of reading Knuckles comics, so I stopped. J-Man, thank you for continuing your membership. Since I missed last week, sum up what happened last week. Oh, so much happened. So Enerjack came back and is becoming partners with the Dark Legion to take down all of the echidnas. Julie Sue is back with the Dark Legion as well. Knuckles' mother wanted to talk to his father about something, but she cannot currently because Knuckles' father is doing surgery or whatever on like his great-great-grandfather. So, and then there's this whole thing with the dingoes. The dingoes are trying to live peacefully with the echidnas, and the leader dingo man it wants to enact a violence on the echidna race because he cannot be trusted apparently. Oh yeah, a lot of cut-off sentences too. The sentence cut-offs is what really drove me mad last week. So yeah, we're gonna continue reading the comics. Also, fun fact, a 7, 8, and 9 of Knuckles the Echidna is actually, if you put the covers together, it's one big picture. I just noticed. I wonder if I can get like an example. Archie, Knuckles, 7, 8, 9. Images? Is there an example of all of the... Yeah! Hang on. I'll show you guys real quick. Let's just put it in here. And then... oh, what was it called? There it is. Yeah, if you put all the covers together, it's one big picture. It's one giant picture, and Knuckles is in all 3. It's one big picture, isn't that cool? I just noticed that when I ended stream last. It creates one big giant picture, which is pretty cool. Let me get rid of that. There we go. Yeah, that's pretty cool. How is he in all 3? That's a good question. That's a very good question. Alright, let's get into it. Get into the comic. Knuckles, Book 9, Dark Vengeance. And, of course... Of course, written by the man, the myth, the legend. Yeah. It's a pretty interesting picture here. It's the one leader of the Dark Legion. I forget his name. He has a weird name. I forget most of the characters' names in the Knuckles series because everybody's names are so weird. Alright, let me guess. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that the next page is gonna be like a couple paragraphs long. Yes, I was true. I was correct. It was true, I was correct. So why don't we get into it? Born to the most noble of echidna houses, the latest to continue the family heritage and responsibility as guardian of the floating island, defender of all from the forces of evil from the world beyond, as well as those who would threaten within, he is none other than Knuckles the Echidna. Here is all you need to know. The echidna known as Knuckles does not exist, at least in any form one can relate to. He was literally taken apart bit by bit, molecular bit courtesy of the awesome power wielded by his great uncle 17 generations removed. The being known as Enerjack. Right! I remember... Because the comic ended with Enerjack, like, taking Knuckles apart molecule by molecule. Yeah, because they got in a fight and Enerjack was like, I'm the most powerful being in the world, watch. Kragok! Kragok, that's his name. I almost forgot about that, the whole molecule by molecule thing. Now that his greatest enemy is completely out of the way, it's time for fun and games as Enerjack seeks new challenges and horizons to conquer. Oh boy. I forget their names too. Yeah, it's hard to remember all these names because they're not, you know, they're not normal names. They're not normal names. Okay. Let me take a sip of water. Kragok is Julie Sue's half-brother. Ah, interesting. Was that ever brought up? Thank you, James C. Morris, for the dono. Appreciated. Favoom! What? Great Dimitri! Lord Enerjack will do, Kragok. Dimitri is but a distant memory. I take it my soldiers are ready to embark on our holy crusade? That they are. We'll begin our journey across the desert sands when night falls. Why take the back way in when you can travel the direct route? Behold! Wait, Knuckles died? Apparently Knuckles is like no more. Apparently Knuckles' molecules were torn apart and scattered, so he just doesn't exist anymore. I'm just gonna go to the next page. I'm just gonna go to the next page. Oh yeah, this is a 2-page spread. You can tell by the picture being cut in half. His molecules got all rearranged. Knuckles got Thanos. Yeah, basically. Before you is the golden arch that will take you to the promised land. McDonald's? The Golden Arches, McDonald's? None other than the city echidnas have christened Echidnopolis. Lord Enerjack, what of Knuckles? And there's Julie Sue, who we have established has betrayed everyone and has joined forces with the Dark Legion, or so we think. At least to our perspective, that is what sounds to be the case. We will restore our way of life and our city back to the lands of our origins. Wow, the Golden Arch. The singular Golden Arch, just like in the past of McDonald's. I thought McDonald's, yeah, you know, the Golden Arches, it's McDonald's. Knuckles is dead, I claim his gloves. What comic book character hasn't been discombobulated? Fair. Echidna Donalds. My brother's descendant is literally nothing more than a memory at this moment. You may now proceed, Kragok. As you wish, Lord Enerjack. Attention, pilot. Upon my mark, engage. Aye, sir. Well, there they go. About time. They were cramping our style. Right now, Vector, they're the least of our problems. The sun is making me weak. Feel like throwing up. Mighty, this is not the time. Oh, there's that cutoff sentence again. Here we go, once again. I'll have 2 number 9s, a number 9 large, number 7 with extra dip. 2 number 45s, 1 with cheese, and a large soda. Diet. Subway is better than McDonald's? Subway isn't that great. You know, Subway's motto is eat fresh, but I've heard some really bad things about Subway toppings from a person that used to work at a Subway. So I tend to be a little I tend not to eat Subway very often. Cause I don't know what they have in the back there. Subway's overrated. Agreed. Subway is in another league. Well, yeah, they have different menu options. It's like comparing apples to oranges. Next page. Oh, do you want to buy the Night series? Do you want to buy the Archie Night series? Prepare to fly. Surf on over to our site, Archie Comics Online. Come see us at the hottest new spot on the web. Okay, Jughead. Okay, Jughead. You're not that hot. Here we go. Oh, it's Knuckles. Knuckles is fine. Knuckles is okay. To go to pieces on us. Whoa! What happened? Where am I? Praise the ancient walkers. There? What are you doing here? What's going on? You don't remember, do you, Knuckles? No, of course not. Individual molecules aren't cognizant of their surroundings. Last I recall, Enerjack had me in check, and then he literally took you apart. If not for the ancient walkers, that would have been the end of you. I don't wish to sound ungrateful, Athair. Cut off sentence. Why does this keep happening? I wanted his gloves. Knuckles was saved by God. God has you, Knuckles! Next page! but it would be nice to know why. Everything the Ancient Walkers does has a reason to it, Knuckles. They see the big picture, just as it suited their purposes to rescue you from oblivion. It now matters that you being sent along your way, so that you might become once again an agent for restoring balance. This looks sickeningly familiar. Yo, bro, you chillin'? Or grillin'? The Chaotix! What the? Knuckles still hasn't gotten over his previous experience from his first miniseries. I see. How many cutoffs so far? I think that's like the second or third one. And we're only on like page 5. 6. Page 6. Dang, Mighty, you look like you finna die. Yeah, Mighty doesn't look too hot. He's got like cracks in his eyes. That's not good. But Mighty's an armadillo. He should be used to the heat. Mighty should be used to the desert. He's an armadillo. That doesn't make very much sense. Take a drink of water every time there's a cutoff. I feel like if I did that, my bladder would explode. Next page. How about that? He remembers us. Sergeant, I want your men stationed around the Golden Bridge, out of sight. Until we know for certain what's going on, we must assume the worst. Yes, sir. Alright, soldiers, you heard the constable. Move! Brap, brap. Remington here. Our status is questionable. We could use more men. What? You want me to what? Very well. Remington out. Of all the half-baked ideas. On the other hand... It happened again. Sippy! It happened again! It happened again! Another Knuckles. Yeah, everybody just looks like Knuckles in a Kidnopolis. No shots. We aren't legally responsible if you do that. I know. This is not a drinking show. This is not a show for drinking. This is just a fun little romp. This show is family friendly. For the most part. As family friendly as I can get it, at least. Where's Charmy? That's a good question. Where is Charmy in this? Was he not captured? I've heard crazier propositions before. What's with all the whining lately, ladies and gentlemen? Don't tell me we were getting as soft as the echidnas. Maybe some of us can be called soft, Striker, but not all. In any case, I have a proposition for you and your people. Interested? Let's just say we'll listen to what you have to say. We need experienced manpower, trained in combat to supplement our forces. We don't fully know the size and scope of the problem, but if it's who we suspect it is, even with your people, it might not be enough. And if we don't help out, quite possibly, the sentence will be cut off, and it'll make SNT very angry. Thank you, Zero the Hedgehog. We should put cut off sentence counter. If we did that, the counter would explode. The counter would explode because I would have to do it every single time. Jacob Foster, thank you for the dono. Possible sound effect for when a pun shows up. Every Team Fortress 2 class laughing. That would be fun. I will think about it. We'll lose track. Yeah, we will lose track. We would lose track. You're right. I can't trust it. the CinemaSins. That's CinemaSins' idea. CinemaSins didn't invent a counter, you guys. I've seen counters from literally every single YouTuber. CinemaSins did not invent a counter. I will do 5 push-ups for every sentence cut off. Well, you've got like 20 push-ups to do already. So you better get working. You better start doing them push-ups before you lose count. There's nothing wrong with a sentence getting cut off. It's just really annoying. It's just really annoying because it happens every single page almost. And it's... When I'm reading them one page at a time like this, it just gets really annoying because then you have to like refer to the previous page. Your outfit is beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. I really enjoy this outfit. Alright, I'm gonna go to the next page. Fan art! Wow! Looky there! We got Knuckles. We got a Julie Sue. We've got Sonic and Knuckles and Sally and Robotnik with the Death Egg. And then there's a Master Emerald in the floating island. And Enerjack! Knuckles fan art. Alright! It's getting annoying the more consistent it is. Yes. Agreed. Agreed. Next page. You and your people will be a lot worse off than they already are. Ka-chink. Oh man, does that feel good or what? At least some people are easy to please around here. What are you busting my chops about now? You mean all you homeboys don't enjoy shaking and baking out there? You know, Knuckles, some people have no sense of gratitude. Here, Vector, maybe this'll shut you up. You wish, mighty man. Give me some time. I would have slipped out of those ropes like I did before. Amazing. We're still here to tell the tale after all. Hey, what's this? See, last issue. Oh yeah. I totally remember that, except I don't. There's so much going on that I just don't remember most of what's happening. No sentence cut off this time. Yeah, and I am very grateful for that. I'm so grateful for that. I'm gonna go to the next page. Next page! First, a hammer and spike, and now a canteen, full of water no less. Someone's hooking us up. Let me check that out. Glub, glub, glub. Yep, nothing but H20. You don't say. Huh? Archimedes? Where? I don't see squat. He's around here somewhere. I know it. Are you sure? We didn't see any sign of him. What about you, Charmy? Have you... Hello? What have we here? So apparently Charmy is in the scene, but like we haven't seen him at all. We haven't seen him at all. It's poison, Vector. Vector, no, don't drink anything you are unsure of. Where is Charmy? I don't know. I don't know where Charmy went. Have you seen this child? Charmy's just lost. I'm gonna go to the next page. Oh, there's Charmy. That's the illest sound I ever heard a rock make. If it's a rock, you mean. Aha! Look at this hunk of junk. Only one problem. How come nobody ever makes these things easy to figure out? What problem? You simply press the button over here. I knew that. I just wanted to see if anybody was paying attention. Hey there. It's like the Candy Jack popcorn I used to eat as a kid. Candy Jack? You know, the stuff where you get a prize in every box. Look, it's Archie. It's Archie and Dio Fuentes with him too. Hey! Hey guys, forget about me? Yes, Charmy, because we haven't seen you at all. Was Charmy in the box the whole time? Was Charmy in the box the whole time and they just kind of wrote him in there? Cracker Jack popcorn is canon in Archie Sonic. Yeah, apparently it's called Candy Jack instead of Cracker Jack. Where did Charmy come from? Apparently Charmy was in the orb with Archimedes and his uncle? Grandfather? Father? I don't know how I don't know how everybody's related. I'm going to the next page. Not even if we tried, Charmy. Hit him hard, hit him fast, hit him with all you got. We take no prisoners. Commander Kragok, there's a barrier dead ahead. We don't stop for anything, pilot. Full speed ahead, ram 'em. First platoon, commence attack. They're on the rooftops as well. Break formation. There's a big old dumb fight scene happening. Why are they in a spaceship? It's because they came from space. It's because the Dark Legion came from space. They're a race of echidnas that fled to the stars because they didn't like how things were going. So yeah, that's what the Dark Legion is all about. They're space pirates. Who are they fighting? They're fighting the other echidnas. They're aliens. Well, technically they're not aliens, but cause they're also echidnas. They just they came from space. Thank you, Jacob Foster. I once had a dream that you, me, Nicole, Daniela, and Maria went to the beach together to swim and watch the sunset. That's cute. Echidna fighters. I want to be a space pirate. What on earth did I miss while I was gone? So much that I can't even explain what's happening right now. I'm going to the next page. This is Stryker. We have them scattering like chickens in a barnyard. Rage you loud and clear, Stryker. Can you seal off their escape route? Yeah, pretty much. What the... What's with my laser? Nothing is happening. Doh. Citizens of Echidnopolis, lay down your arms and surrender. I, Lord Enerjack, am now in control. Deliver yourselves unto me, and I will be magnanimous in victory. Oppose me. And there's that cutoff sentence again. There's that cutoff sentence again. World War Knuckles. Because they all look like Knuckles. He's got big teeth. Yeah, he does got big teeth. Big teethies. Yep, the sentence was cut off once again. What do you think about Knuckles so far? The series or the character? The series, I I find very tiring to read because there's too much going on. The character, he's fine. Look at the corner box. The corner box is just saying what the word magnanimous means. What's this music? It's from Sonic Forces. It's the theater theme from Sonic Forces. Alright, next page. And I will make every one of you rue the day. Lord Enerjack, he's vanishing. Impossible. It must be some guardian trickery. This calls for swift retaliation. Attention, Dark Legion. Wump. Oof. If that didn't knock you off your feet. Vroom. This definitely will, Kragog. Have a nice day. Kerwham. I'm out of here. Yay! I knew it. I knew she wasn't fully evil. What is this Tropical Resort remix? It's from, yeah, it's from Sonic Colors. It's like the game time something or other. Anyway, I knew Julie Sue wasn't totally evil. Julie Sue goes traitor on the Legion. She traitored the traitors. She double traitored. She double traitored. Next page. Ooh, like that last step was so tripendicular. The big concern, though, is finding out what happened to Enerjack. The day that you were born, Who are you? What are you doing here? If I need a lackey, I have more than enough. I am no one's lackey, Enerjack. I am Mammoth Mogul. Who? Begone, presumptuous wretch! Swish! Ah, Mammoth Mogul returns. As if I didn't have enough reasons to not care about the story arc, Mammoth Mogul is here now. Mammoth Mogul is back, yeah. And also, the proportions of Mammoth Mogul kind of freak me out here. Because his eyeballs are like protruding on top of his head. And he's got huge hands compared to the rest of his body. They could have drawn him a little bit better. They could have drawn him just a little bit better. Next page. That should serve as a lesson to those who would thwart my will. If there are any lessons to be learned, it's one you so obviously forgot. As I begin to absorb the incalculable power you possess through the power of the Sword of Acorns, which acts as a superconductor, allowing your energy to flow to me. Yes, fans, he had this plan since he stole the sword in Sonic vs. Knuckles Battle Royale #1. I see. Consider this. There is always someone else who is smarter, stronger, and even more ruthless than you. Due to my superior patience and planning, now I am the power. You, on the other hand, are getting another cut-off sentence to further irritate me. He's got a sword. Yeah, it's the Sword of Acorns. He stole it. He stole it from Sonic and Friends. Totally planned from the start and not shoehorned in. You know, it could have been planned from the start. You know, these comics are written like way ahead. But you know, it also could have been shoehorned in. Next page. are nothing more than just another echidna named Dimitri. Gotcha, Whomp. Way to go, Nux. He's lucky we got here just in the nick of time, if not for Archimedes. If not for Archimedes, he would be dead. Can't we just finish the sentence on one page? Now he's old. He was always old. Enerjack is so disappointing. Yeah, Enerjack kind of didn't really do anything, did he? Enerjack just kind of did nothing this whole arc. This whole comic. The only thing he really did of value was tear Knuckles apart molecule by molecule. That was kind of cool in a weird way. Next page. Dimitri here would be making fast friends with the Sidewalk. We'll be making fast friends with the Dark Legion if we don't act PDQ. PDQ, or pretty darn quick for the acronym challenged. While I enjoy making friends, I'm also selective as to who. The same can't be said about the Dark Legion. Where do they get all these Where do they get all of these guys? Have you checked under any rocks lately? I'll give Knuckles one chance to pull himself out of this before I step in. I'm surprised you're still here. You were ready to personally step into the fray only a short while ago. Oh, that's Knuckles' dad. That's Knuckles' dad. Acronym challenged, how rude. Yeah, that was a little uncalled for. At least Mogul doesn't still have that hole in his pants. I'm sure he has plenty of extra pants to wear. I'm sure he has plenty of extra pairs of pants to wear. He's probably one of those characters that has a closet full of the same outfit. Next page. Something far more important came up. I was allowing my personal feelings to cloud my judgment when I was deciding to go after Kragok and his crew. Knuckles is your son. It's not a sin to help him once in a while, I know. If he gets in over his head, I will. Woo. However, there are some friends of his that could assist him while we deal with this latest problem. What? You would reveal our existence to outsiders? Not to worry. The system's scramblers will make them see visuals of Knuckles instead of me. Powman Freedom Fighters! Out of my way, bub! There's no way! There's no way! There's no way! ... Just to give you some context, Mogul has millennia of experience. He probably planned in advance. Yeah, I mean, canonically, he planned in advance. But, like, you know, in the real world where these comics are written, we don't know that. Next page. I'm gonna let you clowns get the better of me. Woo thump. Knuckles, are you hurt? Only my pride. I should have had him. Looks like Constable Remington and his men are joining us. Just when we didn't need them. Maybe they need us, Vector. They may still be fighting the Dark Legion. What's the latest? We've got the beggars on the run. Isn't that counterproductive? Wouldn't we rather put them out of their business Wouldn't we put them out Wouldn't we rather put them out of business permanently? My thoughts exactly. What better way to start than with a cut-off sentence? Oh no, it's happening again. It's happening again. Bruh. And another one. Another one. Another one. Next page. Then to separate the ringleaders from the followers. Pragok and Julie Sue. Wait a minute, I'm not finished here. You can interrogate the prisoners once they're at headquarters, Guardian. Fools! They are so unaware of the true danger that lies ahead, or shall I say above. They may think the enemy has been overcome, when in fact I haven't even gotten started. Hey Rad Red, we got your message and hurried over as fast as we could. Huh? What message? What are you talking about? Oh no! I just noticed! Why is Jeffrey here? Why is Jeffrey St. John here? Sonic, Tails, the Guardian, Knuckles. He came with everybody only to not be important to the plot. Isn't that just how it be? He's following them. What a creep. Yeah. What a creep. What a creeper. What on earth is happening? Well, I don't know. Something is happening with Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles. But I'm not sure. Only way to find out is to turn the page! Now don't you worry, children, for your true lord and master is here. Simply worship the ground I walk on, or plan on spending the rest of your days in eternal pain and solitude. That's some choice, mate. To be continued in the pages of Sonic number 56. Join us again next issue if they survive, that is. Whoa! Are those the mammoth eyes? Oh, his eyes? His eyes are weird? Yeah, his eyes are yeah, they're like glass, they're like glazed over. They're like glazed over and shining because he has so much power. Did he just vaporize Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles? That, you know, that's a good question. That's a very good question. He's got emerald eyes. These aren't the emerald eyes I was talking about! Oh, I think this is the end. Because we're at the fistful of letters. Next month is Sega month. Whoa! So next, I think we're reading number 56 next. Yeah. Checklist. Yeah, okay, that was the end. Let me double check my list. Yeah, we're reading number 56 next. We're reading issue 56 next. Let me go ahead and get that all fixed up here. Number 56. Here we go. Well, let me fix the, Oh, yeah, there's Sonic and Knuckles. They're fine. They're fine. Yeah, Supersonic. Supersonic and I think Hyper Knuckles, too. And they're fighting Mammoth Mogul. who has the power of like 1,000,000 Chaos Emeralds at this point. Super Sonic. And another cover art by Spaz. Yes, yes. Why don't I go super? Whoa! Since Sonic and Knuckles are going super, I should probably be super for this one. Alright, let's crack this baby open. Slither90, thank you for the dono. It's appreciated. Thank you so much. Alright, let's take a wild look into this. Once a virtual paradise, the planet Mobius was enslaved when conquered by the techno-evil of Dr. Robotnik in the aftermath of I can't read that. Group of freedom fighters has risen to restore the order and beauty that was once theirs. The greatest among them is the fastest, way coolest dude on 2 feet, Sonic the Hedgehog. Some say knowledge is the ultimate power. How then can true power be determined? The answer may lie within the recent events when one ancient warlord stole the power of another. Upon his attack on Enerjack, Mammoth Mogul uttered these words: "There's always someone who is smarter, stronger, and even more ruthless than you." Now possessing the power of 12 Chaos Emeralds and a millennium's worth of knowledge to control it, it seems that Mogul's words ring true. In light of recent banishment of Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, does such a champion exist? Who can win this day? Or are both the floating island and the planet Mobius destined to be subjugated once again? While these questions may be pending, the answers are fortunately or unfortunately not long in coming. Oh boy, here we go. 12. Yeah, because there's more than one Chaos Emerald. Chaos Emeralds are kind of like rings in this universe. There's like a bunch of them. Like a lot of Chaos Emeralds exist. They're just really hard to obtain. But Enerjack had the power of 11 Chaos Emeralds, and Mammoth Mogul had the power of 1. So when Mammoth Mogul took Enerjack's energy, he now has 12 Chaos Emeralds running through his veins. So that's a problem. That is definitely a problem. Banishment. Yeah, he banished Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles. Spinball had 14. Yeah, because Spinball was made in America, where this lore was very present already. Alright, next page. Ah, your spines are jabbing my head. Ugh, big deal. Your claws are jabbing my spine. Eeh, both of you, get your dirty feet out of my face. Immortality is forever, life is finite. This is the second time this year that some Chaos Emerald powered jerk with delusions of grandeur have left me helpless. How come it's always the littlest guy who gets stuck on the bottom? Stop complaining and let's figure out where we are. Where and how we can get back. Script. I don't see his name. I do not see his name this time. Thank you, J-Man. Super Sonic looks exactly like Yellow Sonic. Well, yeah. A single emerald has infinite power, but the more you have, the more energy you can put out at once. Yeah! And that's why Super Sonic is a thing. Next page. First it was my power-mad ancestor, and then that mammoth idiot sends us to this hole. I wonder what Jelly Belly did with the rest of our buds. Uncle Enerjack down the molecular... No, number 8. Yes, yeah, we know. What the? Some kind of rock quake? Sonic, I think the rock's alive! Don't be stupid, kid. No, wait, he's right. Look out! It's got me. Don't worry, I'll pull you free. What is with these faces? Look at Tails' face. He's like wall-eyed. Let go. The gravity here is wacko. I'm doing zigzags. The art in this is kind of strange. The rock. Sonic calling Tails kid sounds weird. I think that was Knuckles, actually. Alright, next page. Hang on, big guy, while I put a new spin on our predicament. Nice going. But now that leaves us all hopelessly adrift. Maybe not. Look, it's a Thayer. He's not budging. Maybe the old weirdo wants us to come to him, but how? Trust the man with a plan. I bet if I try my famous figure 8 in reverse... Yes, the zone's Mondo weirdo gravity gave me just enough reverse momentum to head for him. Grab on! A Thayer's gone, but in his place is some kind of black hole. We're being sucked in. Maybe he's helping us find our friends. Anything's better than this place. This one frame here looks like Sonic has Tails' tails. It's very interesting. It's a very interesting position. Weren't there just seven emeralds or something? Not in Archie. In Archie, there are multiple emeralds. There are more than 7. In fact, there are hundreds of emeralds. They're just very hard to obtain. Fun fact, Thayer is the only Archie character to appear in animated form, Sonic Underground. I remember that. I do remember that. Next page. There's Mammoth Mogul. And I hope they're still alive. I almost admire them. These so-called heroes truly believe their abilities the equal of their courage. Courage against unlimited power. Power to make me Master Mogul. The 3 who may have posed a threat have been banished, hopelessly lost while I retrieve them, making use of their unique abilities as the elite strike force of my new world order. As for the others, they are useless, destined to meet a swift end. I do not like the art in this. I do not like the art in this comic. It's kind of not good. No offense to the artist, but like, it's really not that great. Coming from the Knuckles comics, where the art is was decent, this just isn't. This just doesn't look very good. Creepy art. Yeah, the art is very creepy in this. I'm going to the next page. When they cease cowering in the shadows and resign themselves to their final fate. We're not cowering, Buster, and we'll soon prove it. I'm equally frustrated, Princess, but we both realized our only recourse was a strategic withdrawal. I agree. Our friends... Hang on. Yeah. I agree, our friends may have proven too anxious by attempting to face Mammoth directly, but at least we're free to plan a counterattack. A plan isn't needed, it's power. And no one has the power to stop Mogul. Don't be too sure. This universe plays host to phenomena a young boy like you could scarcely imagine. Technically, the boy is correct. No one has the power to challenge the phenom I have become. Shakoon! Forget planning our power, everyone scatter! Oh, it's Hershey! It's Hershey the cat! Hershey is here. Why is Tails a threat at this point? I mean, yeah, it will be established later now, but Tails can be replaced with almost anyone. Bunny, Sally, even Naugus. He didn't do that much so far. I guess that's because Tails was there. And last time Mammoth Mogul was like... Last time Mammoth Mogul was around, Tails was part of the thing. Tails was like part of the experience, so Mammoth just kind of remembers him? I think that's why. Who is Hershey? Hershey was a really big character in like issue 50. Because she accidentally killed Sally. But it's okay, we forgive her because she was tricked into killing Sally. She didn't mean to kill Sally, she thought she was killing Snively. Next page. The power to visualize reality with a sixth sense, functioning as a homing beacon to direct and deliver death. Actually, we're of the opinion that you have a sixth sense of reality. Thank you, Ultimate Spider Plush 2, for continuing your membership. And that the two of us are needed to knock some sense into you. Right now, I'm betting he wishes we kept our 2 cents to ourselves. Hi ho, fatso, guess who's back? Bubbada bubbada bubbada. And armed with extra firepower to give you the medieval upheaval. Impossible! Your imprisonment should have been inescapable, let alone a gateway to your favorite talismans. Oh, they came back with a bunch of rings. You see, they have a bunch of rings on their arms. So they came back, they collected a bunch of rings and came back with them. So now they have a bunch of power. Fleetway someday? I don't know. I mean, I could read Fleetway, but like, I have so much Archie to read that I don't know if I'll ever get to read Fleetway. Matthew's art is so much better. It pains me seeing this art. Yeah, this art isn't that great, unfortunately. But especially because it's hard to, one, it's hard to keep track of what's actually happening. And two, everyone just looks so weird. Everyone looks so weird in this comic, especially Tails. Tails was having some cross-eyed problems. Next page. Small consequence, supposedly. The bio-enhancement of power rings pales when compared to Chaos Emeralds. I think he may be right. That remains to be seen. Regardless of how you obtain the rings and return to this plane, by my will you once again depart. But this time it will be from the mortal plane. Sonic, Knuckles, no! What? They seem to bathe in my energy, almost absorb it, like I did Dimitri's. That's right. Now we finally understand the real reason we lugged back these power rings. Yep, 50 power rings each, combined with your energy of 12 Chaos Emeralds, is more than enough power to herald the triumphant return of... We know what's coming next! No blue arms so far. Yeah, I haven't seen any blue arms yet. The triumphant return of... There they are. Super Sonic Hyper Knuckles. Krakadoom. Moarg. Kadash, 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 Kadash. Impossible! I was always cognizant of their ultimate forms. Without actual Chaos Emeralds, it should be impossible. You are responsible for this. It's my first time watching something live. Well, welcome! I hope you enjoy your time here. I feel nothing at this climactic moment. Yeah, it just kind of happened, didn't it? We're only on page 8 and we're already, like... We already got to Super Sonic and Hyper Knuckles. Also, Knuckles doesn't look like Hyper Knuckles because he's not pink. He's supposed to be pink, but he's still red. Just give him a minute. Hyper Knuckles will be the right color on the next page. What is this pacing? Yeah, the pacing's kind of odd in this comic. Next page. There! Now he's pink. He's pink now. Your interference enabled their metamorphosis. You always have been the unknown probability factor in my plans. Unfathomable, uncontrollable. But ultimately not unconquerable. Huh? You use similar trickery as I did with Enerjack. No matter, with my power. Talk, talk, talk. You'd better use it or lose it, bub. Kadame. Kaboom! I think he's gonna lose it. Yeah. Metamorphosis. Yeah, the real Hyper Knuckles is here. He's pink now. He's pink now. He's fine. He was just building up his power, guys. Don't worry. What should we call your super form? It's just Super SNT. I'm just Super SNT. Next page. Hey, look! Yes, it is true. My cane was merely a mechanical construct. A ruse enabling me to safeguard my real Chaos Emerald. How wonderful that a freak accident of millennia's past, weighing heavy upon my breast, yet gripping the depths of my soul, should grant me power and immortality that would deliver me unto this glorious day where 12 Chaos siblings perform in unison to create an earthquake! Make that floating island quake! Call yourself Radiant SNT. That makes me feel very godly, and that I don't feel I feel a little too humble for that. I don't feel comfortable being like referred to as a god. I don't think I am one of those. Why do you explain your obviously weak spot to your overpowered enemies? Yeah, Mammoth, you're kinda just like explaining anything and everything, huh? Next page. Haha, not a simple quake, but control and mobilization of the very island itself. Just one of many phases in a master plan unfathomable by lower evolutionary filth such as yourselves. Incoming! Thank goodness they're still in one piece, but where's Tails? I don't know, he didn't make it back. Somehow he must have gotten lost on the road home. Incoming again! Worry not for a fallen comrade. Instead, mourn for two who are about to reach the end of their very mortal lifespan. Get real, mammoth moron! I just got here. What is happening? A big old dumb fight scene is happening between Hyper Knuckles, Super Sonic, and Mammoth Mogul, who has the power of 12 Chaos Emeralds. Therefore, making him like the ultimate life form. Before Shadow even woke up. I'm going to the next page. You're the one who's going down! Eh? Who's that phantom stranger? Who indeed? What being is gifted enough to evade the scope of my enhanced senses, yet remains invulnerable to my assault? Looks like Homeboy wasn't even trying to dodge. Those voices in my head were telling the truth. It's really working, just like it does for them. Splow. Now I really am Captain Super Fox Man, but I guess I should go by the name they gave me. Is it I know what's gonna happen next! I know what's gonna happen next! I just know it! I just know it! We're gonna see another meme! We're gonna see another meme! Oh my... This is the meme. This is the moment. This is the moment, everybody! This is the one. I'm so excited. Ah! We have to look at fan art first. So we've got Sonic. We've got Sonic is excellent. Kyogre's Hideout, thank you for continuing your membership. Did that come up with the... Mammoth Mogul's long lifespan has made him very cocky to the point he explains everything to his enemies. That's what he gets for not being humble. Yeah, true. We've got Lupe, we've got a Snock, we've got the gang. Cool stuff, cool stuff. I really like this picture of Lupe. I really like this picture of Lupe. It's very good. Very, very good. Anyway, let's move on. No! We still have to wait. Find your name and print page. Okay. Oh, okay, so it's not. I thought we were gonna see Buff Tails. And I was gonna be like... I thought it was gonna be Buff Tails! But it's not. At least not yet. The comic fooled you. Yeah, well, Tails is red now. Oh, how do you read that? How do you read that? How do you read that? I don't know. I can't read that. What's the word before Tails? Something Tails. Turbo Tails. Okay. Turbo Tails. For some reason it just looks like a blob to me. Turbo Tails. Turbo Tails. Wow, way to go, big guy. Wow, you go, big guy. I didn't know the kid had it in him. But I did. Those voices are obviously the ancient walkers. Legend has it they foretold the coming of the Chosen One, even before my birth. Then Tails was telling the truth about his solo adventures in Down Under. That's why Mammoth considered Tails as much a threat as Sonic and Knuckles. Yes, Destiny has decreed that these three will be our era's greatest champions, especially young Prower. But I do not smile in triumph yet, old one. Your champions will never reach their divine status. Yes, Turbo Tails is apparently what that says. Tails is going to win with the power of plot armor. Well, you know, you can't have the big bad win that easily. Especially in a comic that's like 400 issues long. Maybe not 400 issues. It's like 200 something. Next page. For it has ever been told since ancient times that the power of a titan always paled before that of a god. And what else would you call an immortal overlord like me? Unlike Dimitri, I have mastered my chaotic strengths and intend to... You know, kind of funny how you should mention the black sheep of Knuckles' family. I know what that is. Ah, the Chaos Siphon, who is responsible for the renegade Echidna's brainchild appearing here, and wow, and now you are there, or your masters. Yes, I know you're here. I can see you watching. Ah, so Tails found the Chaos Siphon. As the prophecy foretold, Tails is the only one who can grab Dimitri and Edmund's Chaos Emerald Siphon out of nowhere and drain Mogul's energy. Believe in myself. I wanna fly high so I can be the highest of all the heavens. Shouldn't Sonic and Knuckles be in normal form? Yeah, they're still in their super forms. Next page. Nevertheless, put not too much faith in your chosen one, ancient walkers. Ambitions and power of my caliber leave no room for failure. Still, concentrating all your power in one direction did free us. Guess he was too ambitious to think of minor things. You give him too much credit? Fell thinking, that is. I'm afraid strategy and numbers won't win the day. For the moment, the only advantage they have is Tails and that power siphon. Do I detect a note of anger in your voice, my son? What is even happening? Mammoth Mogul is being defeated by Tails alone. With the Chaos Siphon that Dimitri and Edmund, Knuckles' like uncles, created to help with so much. So much is happening, and it's really hard to keep up with all of it. And actually, it's like doubly hard to explain what is happening. Next page. Whether it's the plan of there or the ancient walkers, I applaud its logic. But you're the one used to working covertly, leaving your intervention a mystery. Sort of unsettling when someone else does it to you, eh? Perhaps, but they always moved in different cosmic circles. My real concern is that with a crisis of such magnitude, when do we make our move? Ah,
I will compensate for your interference, ancient walkers. Chaotic energies can act as a homing beacon, and like powers will seek their brethren. What's he mean? What's he doing? Cathooge. Cathooge.
I like these onomatopoeias. Cathooge. Cathooge. Knuckles' dad is sad that his son is not special enough. Heat-seeking chaos laser. Yeah, that's apparently what's happening now. Sounds like a Lovecraft god. Cthulhu? Yeah, it does kind of sound like Cthulhu.
He's going for my island's Chaos Emeralds in the Chaos Chamber! After him! Ha! How can you measure the limitless power of 12 when it's accompanied by the limitless power of 2 more? Suffice to say, it's powered enough to deal with any mechanical construct, no matter how well designed. Stop him before he uses their Krakow. As illustrated. Amazing, their ultimate forms fully protect them. While you may be proud that your son is the only guardian to ever achieve that form.
Now I'm lost. Now I'm lost. Now I'm lost. Why does he have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle feet? Probably because elephants don't really have toes. So they compensated by only giving him 2 toes. Yeah, the feet are very very unsettling. The feet are very unsettling. I'm actually gonna move on so I don't have to look at the feet anymore. There we go.
I know it's still pales before total mastery of an emerald's energies. That is something that not even Mammoth can claim this day, nor Dimitri before him. True, none save the ancient walkers can claim that right. Yes, but at least being able to unlock some of their secrets may still win the day. I get your point. Herein lies the answer to my previous question. For the good of our people, we act now, and may the likes of Dimitri, Mogul, or any tyrant never subjugate our home world again. Zooj. Zooj!
Another one, another good one. Thank you for this mercy. The mercy of not having to see his feet anymore? Yeah. I'm gonna move to the next page. See if I can actually understand what's going on next. Dawn settles over Kidnopolis with the landscape revealing the stress of severe conflict. Gazing upon the battle-ravaged edifices, it's hard to believe that anybody could call this day victorious, but nevertheless a victory of sorts has been achieved.
And you believe that combined with this mysterious distress call to your friends translates to outside interference?
Sounds logical to me.
We still don't even know what caused that chaos explosion, but at least our super form saved our hides. Says you. I think the explosion changed us back, but something other than our hyper form saved our butts.
Oh wait,
and you believe that combined with the mysterious distress call to your friends translates to outside interference? Sounds logical to me. Yes, today brought forth a lot more unanswered questions, but one day they will be answered. Here you are, Guardian. But right now, I'm more concerned with keeping a sacred vow.
The sword! The sword! It's really hard to understand where you're supposed to read in this comic. Especially this page. This page is a mess in itself. Mailman Knuckles. There's General Knuckles, there's Mailman Knuckles, there's Knuckles. The real sword. Yeah, the real one. Knuckles found the Master Sword. Yeah, just in time for Tears of the Kingdom. Princess Sally Acorn, for the first and hopefully last time, I finally present to you with the real Sword of Acorns. We said it before, but it's worth saying again. Hip hip hooray! Hooray for Knuckles! Oh, there's Jeffrey. There's Jeffrey in the background. Later that day, two kindred spirits who have been both enemies and uneasy allies finally reconciled their differences. Thanks for the overnight hospitality. We've certainly come away since the days of beating on each other. Ha! Wasn't that long ago. We should have always been on the same side. We were just too headstrong to know it. Yep, we're a lot alike. We both like to champion a cause, protect innocence, and fight the good fight. And don't forget the action and thrill of being on the edge. It's what we live for. Which goes back to your earlier point with our homes facing so many changes. You think guys like us are out on a job? Exactly. There's no place for us in organized society. And I gotta tell ya, rebuilding a city is not my thing. Come on, we need to find some more mad dictators to trash. Even though Robotnik is gone, his sub-bosses aren't. That's a nice plane. What? Oh, the plane! The plane in the background. Okay, I understand. I was confused by that comic. So the mammoth is gone? But apparently he was defeated. Mammoth Mogul lost his physical form and dropped the sword. So now, like 10 issues later, Knuckles finally gave the stupid sword to Sally so we can wrap up the subplot. I see. I understand now. This isn't Penders, you guys. Penders didn't write this one. Penders didn't write this one. You can go back to normal now. Okay. I get, you know, yeah, because they're not in their super forms anymore. So I guess I should be normal now. Alright, next page. Sorry, but no can do. The floating island has gone through some extreme changes in the past weeks, and especially today. Changes that whoever is responsible, be it a Thayer, the Ancient Walkers, or another force never dreamt would happen. As of right now, the floating island is no longer powered by a single Chaos Emerald with a spare, and the threat of Mammoth Mogul isn't fully gone. The explosion didn't destroy him. Instead, it exploded him and my island's 2 emeralds. He may not be running around, but his life force lives on in a comatose state. And if he should one day be restored to normal, that might spell the end of my home. Why is Knuckles' eyelids blue? Is he wearing coral blue number 2? Actually, they're more of a green. They're more like a minty foresty green. Nice eyeshadow, Knuckles. Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. Teal. Coral blue number 3. Teal. Yeah, I guess it's more of a teal color. Next page.
That's because the floating island is now powered by one giant Chaos Emerald, a living Chaos Emerald. A power battery made up of 14 emeralds with Mammoth Mogul's life essence at the very center. Right now, one of our most feared enemies is responsible for maintaining my homeworld by keeping this island afloat. For better or worse, my place is here. What's up, Sonic? Don't tell me you had another fight with Knuckles. Nope, just busy with something I usually don't do a lot of. Thinking. So you really are the chosen one, destined to be a hero greater than Knuckles and me? I should be jealous, but you know, I'm really proud of you. Thanks! I guess I have a lot to think about myself, but right now I just miss my turbo power. I think, like me, you just really missed the chance to help the little guy. Nux may have declined, but how about you, big guy? Up for some real adventures as you grow into your mantle of savior? How about you? Up for some solo adventures of your favorite duo? Tune in next month when Sonic and Tails hit the road to adventure. Dun dun dun! The Master Emerald, yeah! The debut of the Master Emerald! Yeah, because Master Mogul is in it. Or Mammoth Mogul. He's not Master Mogul anymore. So I guess the lore of the Master Emerald is that it's made up of 14 emeralds squished together with a super villain inside. How come they never had Turbo Tails in the game series? Probably because Turbo Tails is only is like Archie exclusive. Was he ever Master? He did call himself Master Mogul, like, earlier in the comic. Also, what's up with Tails' neck? You guys see that? Tails has a weird head shape and neck in this comic. The Sonic Adventure arc is next. I can taste the chaos and art change. Oh, is that true? Is that true? Because next, according to my reading list, next is Super Special number 4, Return of the King. And then the Image Comics crossover. Why couldn't we have Buff Tails? I think Buff Tails is later. We get a different origin for Tikal and Chaos since the Master Emerald was recent in this case. Oh, I'm very excited to see how this happens. Sonic Grams! Sonic Grams. We've got some stuff up here. We've got the comic that we're gonna read next, Return of the King. Got another Sonic. We've got the Knights. We've got the next Knuckles. And that's it. And that's it. Titan Tales is 2005. Is that what it's called? Titan Tales? Image? Alright, 90s. According to my reading list, the Image crossover is... The Image Comics crossover is part of the reading list. So, yeah. It's apparently important. And it's part of the reading list. Alright. I'm going to move on to the next comic. I'm gonna go a little past time tonight since I only read 2 comics last time. And that's Super Special number 4, Return of the King, which is 45 pages long. Oh goody! This is gonna be fun.
Here we go. Return of the Sonic Super Special Return of the King. There's Sonic holding the sword of acorns. There's Uncle Chuck. And then there's King Acorn still in his like half chaos emerald form. Lord of the Rings copied Archie. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure Lord of the Rings happened before Sonic gave the title. Yeah, the king has his mouth all the way open. It's really hard to tell, but he does have his mouth open. He's like, rah! Okay, let's crack this baby open. Here's the cover again. Oh! It looks like I have to read a paragraph again. Once a virtual paradise, the planet Mobius was enslaved when conquered by the techno-evil of Dr. Robotnik. In the aftermath, a courageous group of freedom fighters has risen to restore the order and beauty that was once theirs. The greatest among them, the fastest and way coolest dude on 2 feet, Sonic the Hedgehog. The Return of the King. After defeating the awesome power of Mammoth Mogul, Sonic and the freedom fighters are returning home from their adventure on the floating island. Little do they know what kind of home they will be returning to. So written by Bloody Bloody Blue. I don't see his name. I think we are safe. Down and out and down under. Bunny and Antoine, prisoners of the evil Crockbot in the land of Down Under with no chance to escape. Do just that in the final installment of Endgame Saga. How did they do it? The answer awaits you. Written by Bloody Blue 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 Blue. Nope, don't see his name at all. No penders. No penders this time. We're free. We're safe. Alright. Dusk. But it isn't the setting sun's brilliance that catches the attention of Mobotropolis's anthropomorphic citizenry this twilight. Instead, it is the roar of turbine engines. The cool rush of wind, accompanied by the majestic sight of the royal skyship that gives them all pause as it arcs towards Castle Acorn. And what does this all mean? Look at these citizens. Look at these citizens. There's a lot going on here. Did they actually use the term anthropomorphic? Yeah, apparently they did. Anthropomorphic. They have acknowledged that the citizens are animals. The eyes. Yeah, the eyes, the faces and eyes. There's just a lot going on in that panel. Next page. Whoa, it's a big old page. It's a 2-page spread. Let's see here. So we've got, simply put, the heroes have come home. I think that's what that says. Let me see. Simply put, the heroes have come home. Yes. Sonic in Return of the King Part 1. And then there's this page right here. And joining him are Princess Sally Acorn, Jeffrey St. John. No! Antoine de Coulette, Bunny Rabbit, Rotor, and Tails. All of them former rebels in the struggle against the diabolical Dr. Robotnik. But now that struggle has ended and the good guys have won. Or have they? Ah, welcome back, freedom fighters. Is this a new airship? Dad, why aren't you in bed? You're ill! Stop staring at me with them big ol' eyes. Ixis Naugus shadow. Yeah. I think that is Ixis Naugus. You're right. Let me move on to the next page. Okay, it all lined up perfectly. I'm certain it must have appeared so when you left for the floating isle, sweetheart, but I'm fully recovered now. All of that talk about dismantling the Robians was utter poppycock. Roboticized Robians, Sonic, blah 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 blah. With my sanity once more intact, it is my wholehearted intent to rebuild our kingdom so that we may all live lives of harmony. Everyone's confused. Everyone looks very confused. Are you spot on about this, my liege? Huh? What je please asking, sire, is can we truly trust the Robians? Yeah, I mean, let's not forget about how those creeps were practically Robotnik's fan club. I'm with the hedgehog. The programming that Robotnik installed in those blokes may still be functional. They could be just making us think everything's cool while they wait to spring a surprise attack. Or even worse. Everyone is so anime! Blue Arm Sonic? You're right! Blue Arm Sonic! We got another one! I should probably do a stinger for Blue Arm Sonic because it happens so often. I'll take things nobody would ever say for 100, Alex. What is happening? They're talking to the king. They're talking to the king and making sure he's actually, you know, fully recovered. Tails is very cute in this page, but why is everybody anime? Brown-eyed Sonic. Yes, Sonic has brown eyes in this one. I'm starting to understand why everyone was so upset with Sonic having green eyes. It's because they were used to Sonic having brown eyes. First blue-eyed Tails? Maybe. Next page. What? You can't all be serious. Sonic, your Uncle Chuck was roboticized, wasn't he? Sure. Can I believe a word he says? No way. He didn't even tell me that my parents were really alive and under Budnik's control all those years. Not that I can really trust them either. There's something to what he's saying, Dad. Remember, they've even petitioned for their own Robian colony in what remains of Knothole Village. A petition you originally denied. They'll still probably even stage a rebel. Enough! Leon. Manga Sonic. It's a manga now! Play the chorus, I'm blue every time Blue Arm Sonic appears. That would get me demonetized, I think. I'm pretty sure that would get me demonetized. I love Uncle Chuck so much, I miss him. I'm sure we'll see him in this comic. Next page. Behold, the monarch, his rage fueled by the hateful words of his daughter and her friends, sets off a tirade against the Robians. In the scant weeks since his escape from the Zone of Silence, King Acorn has battled with the crystallization effect, a byproduct of the zone that has ravaged his weakened body. Now a change transpires in the ruler, and so great is his anger, he does not even take note as the crystal crawls across his face, replacing its soft flesh completely. Never mind, for the king has far greater concerns. Mobilize the royal troops immediately. This threat to our fair kingdom must be stamped out once and for all.
This day we dismantle the Robians.
Well, that was a quick change of heart. Uncle Chuck was also in Underground. Yeah, he was in Underground and Sat AM. He's going full crystal. I'm going to the next page. I'm excited to see what's gonna happen.
Several hours later, in a few miles distant, another royal skyship wings its way across the Mobotropolis cityscape, a skyline on the verge of crumbling. Suffering souls! The city looks like a giant radioactive mutant dinosaur strolled through it. What the skadoom? Everyone hang on! It's going to be one rough landing! Bracoon!
The king going insane. Yeah, the king's not doing so hot. Use Boom Sonic or Movie Sonic when Blue Arm Sonic appears. I'll probably maybe do something like that. I'm still playing with the idea of a Blue Arm Stinger. Didn't he say that he wasn't going to subjugate them earlier in the same issue? Yeah, and then he went crazy, and then he was like, never mind, I'm going to destroy them all anyway.
It's a little early for fireworks, ain't it? Return of the King Part 2. Something is definitely wrong here, guys. Let me guess, we crashed in a no parking zone? Step aside, citizens. We urge you to stay indoors until his business is finished. Wait, what?
What's going on? You know, I'm not quite sure anymore. So it was a trick. It probably would have been a trick, yeah. It sounds like it is, because everybody was saying things that didn't really make any sense. I'm gonna keep going.
Business? Guards? Guards? Well, I never. They ignored me. Well, that's the big fat mark of an ignoramus, I gotta say, and I know just how to deal with ignoramuses. Whoa! Thanks, Sonic, that's better now. Thanks, Sonic, that's better. Now.
Another cut-off sentence, oh goody. Are we making sense now? I mean, for the most part, I think.
Why has Mobotropolis suddenly turned into a war zone? Who is responsible for this? King Acorn, of course. Don't you remember telling him what a menace the Robians are to Mobian society? No? How about taking them apart piece by piece? That was you, no? No! Well, I can't explain your selective memory, but I can say this. The Robians aren't going along with this plan of yours at all. They're trying to escape. Well, who can rightfully blame them, mate? But this makes no sense. How could we have told the king to do this when we were away on the floating isle? Fwaboom! No time for answers. Quick, into the abandoned building where we'll be...
Cut off sentence. Who's the fox chipmunk kid? I don't know, just some random soldier, I guess. Anime eyes. Yeah, everybody's got anime eyes in this one. Everybody's looking pretty anime in this one. Why Floating Island has turned into Floating Isle? Probably because Antoine is French. And he's saying isle because it's more French sounding than island. Next page. Whoa, check this out.
Safe. Scritch, critch, scritch. Sonic in Returning the King Pawns Part 3. Mon Dieu! Let me guess, this time it's a no running from the flaming debris zone. Guess again, Sonic. Uncle Chuck? The Fox Chipmunk Soldier is the avatar from Sonic Forces. Did this comic predict Sonic Forces? There's Uncle Chuck. There he is. He's okay. He's fine. Next page. At ease, lad. But stay on your guard. We must be prepared for anything. Sir, have I completely lost my mind? You're about to lose heck of a lot more, turncoat. No way we're gonna trust you, the one who gave the orders to toss us on the scrap heap. Uncle Chuck, please listen to reason. Sonic is your nephew. Why would the Freedom Fighters go to all the trouble to liberate the Robians from Robotnik only to dismantle them now? We don't know, but you're doing it anyway. I say we shoot him. Shoot him, shoot him, shoot him.
The drama is on 11. Yeah, the drama. We got some drama up in here.
You'd think everyone would be used to villains pretending to be Sonic and friends by now, but I guess everyone wants him dead now.
Yeah. You think, you know, it's happened more than once. You'd think everybody'd be used to it. Next page.
On my order, men. Ready, aim. Holy Toledo! Shiver me timbers! Mamma mia! Fire?
Yeah, so anyway, Uncle Chuck, you gotta believe me. What Sally's saying is true. I've never lied to you, and I'm not gonna start now.
Lies were what kept us apart after I learned that you knew my parents were alive all these years and didn't tell me. I know that, lad, and I never want lies to come between us again. Then trust me when I say that we did not, repeat, did not tell King Acorn to do these things tonight. Then who did? Who?
Brown eyes once again. Yeah, Sonic's got brown eyes. Sonic's got brown eyes in this comic. Does Toledo exist in Mobius? Well, they've got a version of Australia in Mobius, so I guess Toledo could exist in Mobius. Next page.
I don't know, but I figure if we all put our noggins together, we can get to the bottom of this. Can't we? But suddenly... Shazark. Oh no, Uncle Chuck! Uncle Chuck, no! Somebody shot him!
B's not gonna be very happy about this. I just know it. Uncle Chuck! Oh no.
Officially speaking, Sonic's eyes turned green, so before the Sonic Adventure adaptation, his eyes are canonically brown. Not like this.
Anyway, very interesting about the lore of Sonic's green eyes. Just as I was saying, I wish he'd come back. Yeah, B, I'm sorry. Uncle Chuck got hurt. Hang on, we have to see what happens next.
Uncle Chuck, say something. Sonic, please, Uncle Chuck, please. Sonic, it's too late. He's you. No, stay back! Whoa! Why should I even bother asking why you killed my uncle, you filthy murderer? Please, I was only following orders. Have mercy. Is he actually dead? Is he actually dead? Is Uncle Chuck actually dead? Oh no! Oh no! That's not good. Oh no! I'm scared. Oh no. Oh no. I gotta know what happens next. I gotta know what happens next. Like the mercy you showed 3 seconds ago? Creep. Fat chance. Sonic, stop. Think about what you're doing. But he deserves it, Sally. No, son, don't do it. Huh? Mom? Dad? Please, son. Don't become what you fought against for so long. You'll be no better than Robotnik. Okay, flash. Oh, did he disappear? Did that soldier just disappear? Sonic was gonna murder a guy. Yeah, he murdered his uncle. Side-eye Sonic is killing me. Yeah. The side-eye, the bombastic side-eye. Criminal side-eye. Sonic almost turned to the dark side. Yeah, for sure, because his uncle died. Next page. My eyes! You guys really picked a weird time to have a Kodak moment. Nobody even yelled, "Say cheese!" Say, what happened? Where am I? What is this place? How did I get here? Are you okay, Sonic? I think so. Steady there, boy. What's that tingling in my circuits? Uncle Chuck, you're still alive! What's the tingling feeling in my head? Of course I'm still alive. Why wouldn't I be? You received a full frontal hit from a bot blaster. Yeah, let's not forget about the worm who shot him. Sonic, wait! Okay, so Uncle Chuck is fine. Uncle Chuck is fine! Uncle Chuck is fine. Uncle Chuck is fine, everybody. He's alive. He's alive. Blue Arm Sonic. Yep, it's happening again. Blue Arm Sonic. We got another one. We got another Blue Arm Sonic. Oh, so it was just a joke, they said, casually throwing aside a rock. They revived Uncle Chuck. Uncle Chuck is fine! Yay! Next page. Your Highness, I pray you hear me out. I don't know what's going on. Last thing I recall was your arrival back at Castle Inkhorn. Since then, I can only draw a blank. It's as if some cloud had been lifted from my mind. Curiouser and curiouser. Guys, either this soldier is telling the truth or he should have taken up an acting career instead. Something's still amiss. Despite the level of distrust for the Robians, there's no way the Mobians would destroy half the town to hurt them. Not after all we've been through under Robotnik. Well, how do you explain him shooting Sonic's uncle? It's almost as if he were under some sort of spell that was only reversed by the mystical healing powers of the Sword of Acorns. Thank goodness, it also healed Uncle Chuck. But surely no one could cast such a spell on the population of an entire city, could they? And if they could, who did it? A wizard of great power. I see, so it was the Sword of Acorns that did it.
So Uncle Chuck was actually dead for a moment there. What's Kodak? It's a brand of camera. Do you not know what Kodak is? Do people not know what Kodak is? Am I old? It's kind of weird how this soldier dude looks like a regular game character. Most soldiers in the comic have been all buff and 90s-ish. True! He straight up does look like a character from Sonic Forces. I feel old with people not knowing Kodak. Yeah, right? It's weird because, you know, Kodak kind of doesn't... I mean, they still exist. It's just... they're not as prevalent anymore because people don't buy cameras. They just use their phones as cameras. It's really weird to think about. Next page. Oh. And soon within the main courtroom of Castle Acorn, we find... Ixis Naugus, I figured it out. Everything has happened here reeks of you and your bogus magic. Come out and face me like a crab, well, you know what? You're better than I do. You know what you are better than I do, so just show yourself. If we beat you fair and square the last time you tried to take over the kingdom, and we'll do it again. There was no last time, Quickster, considering I never left, but have been hiding in your fair city. So it is Ixis Naugus. I felt my soul leaving my body typing that explanation. Yeah, I feel like I had a moment that was like... I was like, does nobody know what a Kodak camera is anymore? Does nobody know what Kodak film is anymore? I'm going to the next page. But your perception is quite commendable. Once again, you have uncovered my plans, but this time you couldn't have foreseen me taking possession of your precious King Acorn's body. It was you who impersonated us earlier to convince the king to start this civil war, wasn't it? Once he had allowed his own hate and prejudice to consume him. Yes, once he did that, his will became mine. Ha 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 ha. Now he is gone forever, and I will rule his form as well as his kingdom. And nothing will stand in my way. We'll see about that! The Sword of Acorns! If Naugus was possessing King Max the whole time, then why did he need to use the fake freedom fighters to convince Max to declare war on the Robians? That's a good question. Maybe it was for the... Maybe it was to save face? Maybe he wanted to put on a show for in front of his soldiers? Maybe that's why. What happened? Why are we dressed for battle? I don't know, but I feel like I've been sleepwalking for the past 8 hours. Yes, it worked. Whatever magic Naugus is using is being counteracted by the Sword of Acorn's power. And I think he knows it. He's doing his best impression of me. Sonic, we finally caught up. Where's my dad? He's under Ixis's control. Huh? What? Quick, to the roof. The king wasn't possessed before the fake showed up, then he got possessed. I see! So he pretended to be Sonic and friends and then possessed the king. Next page.
Come not one step closer, Quickster, or I will destroy your ruler's body when I leap from this precipice. I kid you not. All I need do is dispossess him to ensure my own safety. Gasp! You're blowing smokix. The Sword of Acorns is making you weaker, and you're just too much of a wimp to fess up. If I can't rule Mobotropolis, then no one will! No!
Sonic is fast enough to catch him if he jumps off. Well, I mean, there is the problem of like air friction. That's a dark turn. Yeah, it's a pretty dark turn. Pretty dark turn for this comic. I'm going to the next page. He jumps, and he grabs his foot. Flash! Ugh. And then there's King Acorn. And then there's King Acorn staring at Sonic. For the honor of Grayskull. Sonic's going She-Ra up in here. What happened to his face? He got all crystally. He got all crystally. Next page.
On your feet, lad. I knew you could do it. The kingdom of Acorn is once more in your debt. Dad! Oh, Dad, is that really you?
Thank you, James D. Morris, for the dono.
Yes, Princess. Ixus Naugus corrupting spirit has left me for good. And though the Sword of Acorn saved both Sonic and myself from certain death, I fear the price I must pay is permanent crystallization. Oh, Dad, I don't care. I love you, crystallized or not. But what about the sword? Can't get it out. It's stuck.
Oh, the sword is stuck in a stone. Sonic and the Black Knight, everybody? He could have been scattered. Yeah, he could have been shattered. His crystal form, he could have just broke into a million billion pieces.
Stand aside. Kshink flash. And when the light given off from the magical relic fades, the ruler stands restored, a creature of flesh and blood. On his head rests the real crown of acorns, restored from the Hall of Limbo, a place that was never too far from the king, for the Hall of Limbo was in his own mind all along. The end. Wow, he's back to normal! The Sword of Acorn. Well, that was a quick turnaround, wasn't it?
Night of the Wind starts playing. Why is it so dramatic? The Archie comics tend to get a little dramatic. Ooh, more comic! Bunny and Antoine in Down Out and Down Under. Sonic the Hedgehog presents an untold tale of Endgame. It was a time of celebration. The Mobian freedom fighters had finally eliminated their longtime enemy Ivo Robotnik. War stories were exchanged, subtle details of individual victories were recounted, but the most anticipated narrative came from Bunny and Antoine. We've waited long enough. Everyone wants to hear how you two managed to escape from the Down Under prison camp. Yeah, if you could stop Google-eyeing each other long enough to tell the story. It'd be our pleasure, sugar. Yeah, boy. Oh, Dulcie's there. Dulcie's here, too. This issue features a story about Bunny and Antoine breaking out of jail during Endgame, but most of that story was later spliced into the director's cut of issue 50, so expect deja vu. Okay, we will see what happens now. We were captives in a deep dark clay tail halfway around the world. End of the... Oh, robot!
End of the line, freedom fighters!
Held prisoner by the vilest creatures since General Sherman, the mechanical monster known as Crocbot.
Once my combots ship the necessary ore to Robotropolis, the age of freedom on Mobius will cease. How unfortunate you four won't live to see it.
You're mad, Crocbot. Ever since you crashed into this crater and reconstructed yourself, you've been...
Silence. I have only begun to revenge myself upon everyone responsible for that moment, including you and your fellow Downundians. As for my new guest, should Miss Rabbit try to use her robotic appendages, it will trigger an explosion in her perimeters in her partner's collar with deadly result.
Cannon. Yeah, the cannon is unfortunate. The cannon is unfortunate. I'm gonna move on to the next page. There we go. That robo-reptile may have already killed our teammates, Skiramu, Duck, Bill, Platypus, and Wombat Stew, and it's all my fault. Go easy on yourself, Walt. None of us saw Crocbot's ambush coming. Don't dwell on the past. Worry about the present. Like me, Bunny, you must tempt fate by trying to break free. Take it easy, sugar. I wouldn't risk your pretty little head. You see, Gator Boy's bots were so worried about my bionic parts, they neglected my real arms. A mistake they'll live to regret. Careful, Bunny. I don't see any way to get this thing off of you without a set of sharp tools. You mean like these claws of mine? Shink, sink. That is an unfortunate placement for the cannon barrel. Well, yeah, let's not think about that. Let's not think about that. Let's not think about that. Let's talk about the present. Like, wow. Wow, look at this. Why does she have knuckle claws? Because she's a koala, and koalas have very sharp claws. Did you know that? Do koalas have claws again, or is Barbie just referencing Wolverine? Koalas do indeed have very sharp claws. They're just too lazy to use them most of the time. Next page. Bunny, no, don't fool with the color. Hold still, if I can just... Ka-choom.
Cell guard calling Crocbot. Knothole prisoner's collar has been detonated, destroying all 4 inmates. Too bad. I was looking forward to torturing them. Oh well, I still have the other 3 left. Very well, report to the loading dock. At once.
I don't think so. What happened to her eye? I think it's because they got beat up pretty bad. Why does Crocbot have whiskers? That's a good question. I think it's just it's supposed to be like a metal
a metal-looking thing. A metal-looking pattern on his face, but it does kind of look like whiskers. 30 seconds and one less combat later, Crockbot said he still had the other 3. That means our teammates are still alive. Let's find them. And then we'll be the ones headed for the Lodi Dog for a rendezvous with that scoundrel. Heads up, y'all. More combat guards up ahead. Kaboom, boom, boom. They're fighting a bunch of robots. Far out. We're out. I knew these walls couldn't hold us for long. Hi, I'm Wombat Stew. Save the introductions and congratulations on the after we have dealt with. Hey SNT, do you feel tired yet? I'm feeling a little tired, but I should be okay for the rest of this comic. Cause I decided to go a little beyond my 2-hour mark because I only read 2 comics last time, so I should be okay. Yeah, the cutoff sentence. Once again, we have another cutoff sentence.
Crockbot, loading procedure on schedule. Airbus will be prepared to depart for Robotropolis very soon. You are half right, Combat Commander. The ship may be loaded with ore, but it's not ready to leave yet. Not until this most precious piece of cargo is placed on board. A miniature thermonuclear time bomb.
Close to the end. Yeah, we're close to the end of this comic. A mini nuke. Yeah, a miniature nuke. In the ship. The writers like cut off sentences, huh? I know it's supposed to be for drama and for dramatic effect to move on to the next page, but sometimes it gets super overused. Next page.
Remember to install that device in Robotnik's war room. It'll blow him and his beloved Ultimate Annihilator away, paving the way for me to take over Mobius. As you command, Crockbot.
We beg to differ, Swamp Breath.
That voice, it can't be.
The only place you're taking over is the filthy jail cell you had me in. You may have killed Bunny and Antoine, but you can't get rid of us.
We'll see about that. Combat Commander, set sail for Robotropolis. All you others attack those freedom fighters.
Okay, we'll deliberately lay off the Airbus so you two can sneak aboard. Excellent. This way they'll return home and help the others defeat Robotnik and avenge Princess Sally. Nice working with y'all. Bye now.
So that's how they got the bomb. Yeah, that's how they got the bomb. Bunny and Antoine is dead. It was a lie. It was a lie. Yippee. Yeah, it's a little confusing every now and then. But I'm understanding the plot for the most part. There we go, next page.
Whatever happened to peace and love? No problem. We love to smash these bots to pieces.
Now who'd be calling me at a time like this?
Ivo Robotnik in Robotropolis calling. Crockbot's crater down under. Come in, Crockbot.
What? Look, I'm dealing with an uprising here at the prison camp. The mineral ore we've mined is already on its way to you.
Ah, that's all I wanted to know. Robotnik over and out.
I kind of miss Robotnik, don't you? I kind of miss him. Robotnik is back. This is a flashback, guys. This is a flashback. This is a flashback to the end game. Thank you, Confedric. I've been listening to Gunship and the Midnight music, and sometimes I imagine some scenes of SNT and Foster my OC from their musics. Interesting. Very interesting. Alright, next page.
I got it! Good job! I hope the Down Under fleet and Fight Elves managed to overcome that fiend Clockbot. I'm sure they'll be fine. We'll got our own problems. In you go! Right you are, Bunny. We can't stay out here if we're too exposed. Hello, here comes a combo. Pick a door, any door.
Who would miss old Aggie? I mean, he was a decent, more than decent. He was like a really good villain, so it's really hard to have the comic without him, you know? Because then it just becomes a big old drama bomb. Oh, Slither90, thank you for gifting those memberships. Thank you so much. Alright, next page.
Just in time. I don't think he saw us. Oof. What is this place? Unless I'm mistaken, what we have here is the communication nerve center of the Airbus. There's one surefire way to find out. I'll tap into the system. I vote personal UA, file entry, final phase, down under Airbus ore delivery. Oh dear, I do hope there's something else on. Pay attention, Bunny. This must relate to Honik's latest diabolical plan.
I'm going to the next page. I'm just gonna go to the next page. I'm really invested in this.
My entire life has been building up to this moment. The eradicated ore, mined in Down Under, is on its way to Robotropolis. It is the most crucial element needed to activate the ultimate annihilator. Of all the mass destruction creations during my illustrious career, the UA is by far the most deadly. Once operational, I shall unleash its indescribable power on the village of Knothole, wiping it out of existence forever. After that, every living creature on Mobius will fall before Ivo Robotnik. Ha 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 ha. No way we're letting our blubberbots do that. Agreed, Bunny, even if it means blowing up this Airbus with us on it. Now let's not be hasty, Sugar. There's more than one way to fry a catfish. Let me get a reading on other power sources inside this ship. Mama, now isn't that interesting? What do you mean? That is just the ordinary combat commander of this aircraft. Don't be so sure. Take a closer look. Sacre bleu! Robotniks won't be back until 108, while Robotnik in general would return in like 15 or so issues. I see. I'm going to the next page. Soon high over the soot-stained city of Robotropolis.
Commander, initiating final approach sequence. Proceed. Descent coordinates confirmed. All systems go. Affirmative. I'm going below. Stay alert. My fellow combots, remember Robotnik still employs inferior SWAT bots in Robotropolis.
Speaking of which, who was that SWAT I saw with your mama last night?
What? Why you?
Okay, that was actually kind of funny. Yo mama. It was a yo mama joke. I can't believe Antoine pulled out a yo mama joke. Yo mama wears combat boots. Alright, next page. Nah, can't catch me.
We'll see about that, furball.
Who y'all calling furball, Tin Top?
Uh-oh.
French, Katang, Schmuck, Rip, Boing. How generous of that combat commander to donate his little old thermonuclear time bomb he was carrying to our cause. Oui, once the ship docks, we'll install it in Robotnik's control room. He'll never activate that ultimate annihilator. So Yo Mama jokes existed in 1998. Yo Mama jokes are older than time itself, you know that? This is a long flashback. It is quite a long flashback, you are correct. Next page. Soon. Move, you brainless bucket of bolts. I want that ore off the ship ASAP.
As you wish, O Oval One.
It will take them a while to unload the ore. Let's not waste any time, sugar. I'll jet us over to those beams. Ah, finally, my plans are coming to fruition. Let the hedgehog come. I'll bake him a cake with so many layers. I'm just checking chat, seeing what's going on. The longest flashback in the comic. Yeah, true. Very true, very true. And that's the end of the flashback. There we go. The flashback is over now. And the rest, as they say, is history. 3 cheers for Bunny Rabon and Antoine de Coulette. Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! Merci, merci beaucoup. Oh shucks, we all was just doing our duty. But by doing your duty, you helped get things back to normal around here. Or close to normal. Remember, Nahal Village now exists 3 hours ahead of everything else on Mobius. That would explain how this got here so fast. Power couple. Yeah, they are quite the power couple. I agree. Do I see Amy? Yeah, you see her shadow.
There's her shadow right here. It's Amy's shadow. What species is Antoine? I believe he's a wolf. Or no, he's a coyote. He's a coyote. Antoine's a coyote. Wrong thing. Wrong thing, wrong thing. I clicked the wrong thing. It's fine. Dulcie's there too. Yeah. Antoine X Bunny is the most well-adjusted, stable, and long-lasting relationship in Sonic canon. Agreed. Agreed. They have actual like chemistry. They talk to each other when they have problems. Alright, next page. It's a postcard from the Down Under Freedom Fighters. What does it say? Dear Knotholers, our battle went well. Crocbot has been defeated and Down Under has been liberated. Many thanks to Bunny and Antoine for all their help. We hope to see you soon. Fondly, the DFF. Would you like to see more of the DFF? Write to Sonicgrams and let us know. And so, a toast, my friends, to them, to us, and to every living creature on this planet who strives to keep Mobius free. The end. Wow! Hooray! They're so well written most of the time. Yeah, anybody that writes Antoine and Bunny, they do a pretty good job usually. There's some fan art. We've got some fan art. There's Knuckles. There's a really, really good drawn Sonic. That's really cool. That's a really cool Sonic. Really good Sonic. There and then there's that one by a 5-year-old. You know, they're 5. They're just learning how to draw. Then there's Sonic and Knuckles, and then there's Sonic and Knuckles and the rest of the Freedom Fighters. That's a good Sonic right there. Sonic peel out, yo. Yeah, that's really good peel out Sonic, yeah. Oh, apparently the person that drew the peel out Sonic really well did a redraw of issue 0. Interesting. Very interesting. Oh, that was the end. That was the end of that comic. So yeah, I went 30 minutes over. So next time... What is next time? The Image crossover comic? So the Image Comics crossover is next. So I'll go ahead and add that. That was number 7. So next time we'll be reading this. Next time we will be reading this one. For now, I think I'm gonna get going because I need a food and a rest. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Thank you to the people that donated. Thank you for just being here and just hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. And I will see you. Oh, Jacob Foster is asking if chat can have a hug. Sure, I'll give everybody a hug. Yeah, there it is. Thank you for the dono. Alright, yeah. Alright, goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. Thank you for watching.